Okay, welcome to this little video in which I will show you just how to deploy a contact and in particular how to test, how to get its address and how to test it, because I saw that many of you have problems with it. Okay, here we have, this is, you know it very well, Remix. Okay, first of all, Remix is the interface, it's the equivalent of Jupyter for Python. The language is Solidity. It's not Remix. So, okay. Okay, I take for example third. Okay, the thing we did in class, more or less. Let me enlarge the font for you. Okay. Now, first of all, you must have MetaMask. Okay. Usually, whenever you build a program, if it is very easy, you immediately test it on the blockchain. If otherwise, well, you compile it first. Let me compile it. Oh, so difficult. Otherwise, you test it on a JavaScript virtual machine, which I remind you, it's a local virtual machine, this one. This virtual machine gives you several addresses with 100 Ether, but it's a blockchain which is only on your computer. So whatever you test here, I will not be able to see it. Okay, so usually you deploy it here. We deploy it. No, this is a number and this is a string. Okay, the deploy here on the virtual machine is immediate. Okay, done. So whenever you see that the deploy is very fast, pay attention, because you can test, check to the owner, the location that you set, the number that you set, etc, etc. Okay. Once it's tested, or if it is easy and you want immediately to go on the real blockchain, well, if I don't ask you the contact address, you can stop here. You can give me the code and that's it. Okay. If on the other hand I ask you the contact address, well, I expect that you deploy it on the real blockchain. And if I ask you also to test or to do some operation, I expect that you do this kind of operation on the blockchain. So at this point, first of all, you must have MetaMask. Well, installed, obviously, but also with a password inserted. Okay, the right one, perhaps. The fox that looks at me is a little creepy. Okay, after several attempts. Okay, then you change here to injected web3. Okay, the first time it asks you the possibility to connect it with MetaMask. Also the first time that you change account on MetaMask. On MetaMask you have several accounts. Here, the first time you change it, it probably asks you. Okay, however, make sure that it's injected web3, so you are using the real blockchain. Well, the fake blockchain, but which is a blockchain as the other one. Okay, now I don't need to recompile it. Now I deploy it. I deploy it with the same parameter. Okay, here, MetaMask. Come on. Confirm. MetaMask asks for confirmation. I don't know whether you saw this part in the video. MetaMask appeared and asked me for confirmation, because in this video I'm recording only the browser. Okay, then I'm waiting. In the meantime, I click here to see whether I get it. It has been included, so it's done. In fact, it's done. Here it's deployed. Okay, deployed onto blockchain. Okay, it's not still here. Come on, Etherscan is pretty slow today. Okay, fine. Okay, first of all, how do you get the contact address? There are several places in which you get the contact address. First of all, here, contact, this is the contact address. The contact address, pay attention, is this one, not this one. This is the okay, from this one I can go back to the contact address, but please, if I ask for the contact address is what you should give me, this one, and not this one, which is your address. Okay, this one. Another place in which you can get the contact address is here. You click on here and you get the contact address. Okay, another place in which you can get the contact address, open here, hash input, decoding input value, is the contact address. from transaction hash. There is no counter address here, in fact. No, here there is no counter, is the hash of the transaction. No, here you don't get the counter address. Okay, so from here off on the blockchain here. Okay. Okay, now you should test it. You should check that it works. Okay, probably I've already tested on Java Virtual Machine, but who knows, maybe on a real public blockchain something changes, or maybe I ask you to test using another account or whatever. So you test, for example, let's check owner, check location, check A, but these are not things which are done on the blockchain. So if you look at the contract, the only thing that I see here is that it has been deployed. Okay, now I really test it, so I set A to 55, I click, now MetaMask appears. I don't know whether it's recording also MetaMask is appearing, however, and I click confirm. Okay, done. Let's see here. Okay, done. Mind, let's see it on the blockchain. However, I can see here from the contact page. From the contact page, I refresh. I should see the second transaction. Here it is. So you can see it's written in the blockchain that you have done a transaction. When I correct, I look here. So I look at the contact page here, and I must see that the contract has been deployed, and then you have done some test transaction if I ask you to test. Or you must have done some specific operation if I ask you to do specific operation. And please, the test, not just a random click, but if I ask you to build set location, that's the function you have to test. Okay? And in a meaningful way. So which means, for example, another value, not the same one, otherwise there is no test. Okay, this means test. So test the function that you have added, the function that you have created. Or sometimes I specifically ask you to do something. Now I have done another transaction. Let's wait for it to be mined. I will spend all my Ether in commission, in fees. Come on. Okay, done. I go here on the contact address page. I remind you the contact address is this one. Okay. When you go to the creation page, to the transaction which created it, you see clearly contact this one. Okay, and you see now it's pending. How it's pending? Should be mined. Oh, still pending. 36 seconds pending. But here it says that it's mined. You see, sometimes the blockchains are not perfectly synchronized because everything is decentralized. The blockchain that this website is looking at is different from the blockchain that my remix is looking at. So sometimes the two blockchains are not perfectly synchronized. It takes a little while. Okay, done. So when I correct, I look here, I see, oh, contract deployed, one transaction, another transaction from the same address. I can also look at what you did, but it's very difficult to get to know it. I can look here and see what you did, but you must interpret this strange thing here. Okay, this is how to get the contact address, how to this is how to get the contact address, how to deploy your contact on the Ethereum blockchain, and how to test it. Okay, bye bye.